A portion of tonight's Super Chats will be set aside to help with shipping costs for our Drone Around the World project. Kelly from Ready Set Drone is going to come in and talk about that too. But first, it's the news!
Stop the music! It's time for news!
All the news that you'd ever want to know about. Direct from the newsroom, it's Jeff Sills. What's happening, Jeff?
Well, first of all, I want to correct you since I spend an awful lot of time crawling around on the internet. Pigeons were a delicacy for the longest time, and they were actually hunted to darn near extinction. Pigeon pie apparently was a very popular meal. So
and you know what I heard there, Cliff Clavin? I also heard that the ancient Egyptians also they would eat them there. Yeah, that's an 80s show there. Millennials.
Okay, so we'll start off the news with wonderful federal government. The FAA's administration budget bill is coming up to become law, and a lot of the drone groups have been complaining about the bill's broad language, which specifically identifies the ability for Homeland Security to identify, seize, destroy errant drones that threaten a covered facility or asset.
How do you feel about that? I mean, it's if you're in a place where you're not supposed to fly, I mean, what do you think, Chris?
Yeah, well, like I said, that's pretty broad. It is very broad language. I mean, a covered building or asset that could be a whim, like
Yeah.
You flew over our garage. It's a covered facility. I don't know. I'd kind of like them to narrow that down. Like, don't fly over Area 51. Don't fly over the White House. Kind of some obvious ones.
Yeah, I think if you fly over those places, you kind of deserve to be shot down, though.
But the specific language, I think, is pretty important.
This is the Wild West. Not as Wild West as 2 years ago, but as far as lawmaking and rules, it's still we're living in the gray area right now. And,
well, and
enjoy
we've reported on this quite a few times in the past, so this wasn't really a surprise. I personally feel that if you are flying your drone someplace that the federal government really doesn't want you to fly it, they have multiple ways to bring drones down safely. Mm-hmm. And this, I believe, is more of a last-ditch effort when all else fails.
Yeah.
So that's fair enough.
All right, moving on, we're going to switch over to Canada, because my friends in Canada have decided to do something great. The U.S.-based Astro Aerospace company has developed a passenger drone that has now been given certification to fly in Canada.
What?
Cool. That's cool.
It received a special flight operations certificate.
Would you ride that, Chris?
Oh, heck yeah.
It looks safe.
Yeah.
I love its name, though. It's called Project Elroy.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of funny.
If it killed someone.
Well, check the news. The article for that's actually got a video that shows that thing in flight.
Cool.
Next in the news, we have yet another new way to control a drone.
In this work, we address the problem of providing human-assisted quadrotor navigation using a set of eye-tracking glasses. The advent of these kinds of devices provides the opportunity to create new, non-invasive forms of interactions between humans and robots.
What? Oh, so he's looking, and then the drone goes where he's looking?
Yes.
Okay. Can I just say something? This is quite possibly the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I'm sure it's great technology, but it's just, what's the point? Why? Just because we can do something doesn't mean we should do something like that.
I agree. And the amount of code that poor guy had to write for something that I don't think will ever be implemented on anything.
No. People like their controllers too much.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention, what if you sneeze? What if someone walked over to you? I mean, like...
That's true. You're doing some kind of surgical thing. You're like, all right, I'm getting this. And then before you know, it's just...
Well, I mean, a park ranger taps you on the shoulder, sir.
Yeah. Right.
Excuse me.
Yeah. What's
okay,
next, Jeff?
So next in the news we have in Iowa, a train derailment recently had occurred due to the heavy rains. The bridge apparently was weakened by flooding in the area, probably from the hurricanes, etc. The Union Pacific train carrying industrial sand and soybean came off the tracks on Sunday. Nobody was injured. There was no spills or hazardous materials leaked, but it's just one heck of a crash.
Wow.
Me.
I dream of filming something like that. You know, I mean, I don't wish for
Just
it.
sit around waiting on a natural disaster.
Right. But I you know, you want to be there to capture it. That looks like a toy train, like some kid just kind of took it and shook the table. I'm glad nobody was hurt.
Yeah, very glad nobody was hurt. Also, we have some video footage taken from a drone. There was 2 tornadoes that struck Friday in Ottawa, Gatineau, and they were EF2 tornadoes. This is damage that was caught in the neighborhood by one of the support groups that's been out there providing recovery efforts.
Wow. How many people were hurt in that?
I don't see a listing of any injuries.
The
or
homes
deaths.
are pretty good. I mean, I'm not seeing damaged homes. I'm seeing trees, but it doesn't. I don't see like a bare foundation.
Yeah,
It's weird how it just took the tops of the trees off, it looks like.
Yeah.
lots
I
of
mean,
debris.
tornadoes don't actually have to touch the ground. Sometimes they'll skim,
Yeah, there's some damage.
a fair bit. Golly, he'll probably be late for work.
Yeah, golly. My heart goes out to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so next in the news, DJI has introduced a new drone.
Yeah, they have.
Just a few days ago, they have introduced their new DJI MG-1P, which is an agricultural spraying drone. This thing has got some amazing technology in it. They have radically introduced new automatic obstacle avoidance and altitude adjustments.
And that thing on the
monitoring
side
system.
right there, that's radar. That thing spinning on the side, that's actual radar, and it gives obstacle avoidance accuracy up to what, like a centimeter? So
Yes.
yeah, so little
And the other-
twigs and stuff.
What is he, crop dusting?
Yeah. It's for spraying crops and stuff. But here's the interesting thing: that one controller can control 5 drones simultaneously.
That's incredible.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, I don't need to buy that drone because I did a little crop dusting earlier.
Oh.
A little more crop dusting. Come on, you were thinking it. You were
guys don't
thinking it.
believe us, but Ken is this exact same way on the phone. It's this isn't put on
No,
for the show.
that is a cool thing though. That drone, man.
Yeah, I would highly recommend going out and checking out the video in the news stream.
How much is it?
It didn't give me a price that I could find. This video was actually released within the last 13 hours, so information is still coming out on it. But the ability for it to be able to avoid wires that are about 3 millimeters wide is just absolutely impressive. And you know that the technology that they put in the commercial drones will eventually start seeping its way down into the hobbyist drones.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually we'll be able to spray stuff.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Who would you spray if you had a spray drone?
Wow.
Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be like a futuristic squirt gun fight. If everybody had like, they're going to do that. Little toy drones will have squirt guns in them. Now that we put that out there, I guarantee you hit a button and.
Absolutely, I would go with the water gun drone any minute.
I would buy one, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That'd
I
be
just
awesome.
wouldn't want my friends to have them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, now Ken, I know that there was one news item that you wanted to bring forward.
Yes. This is just so cool. I love. Anybody in the chat, or have you guys ever seen cluster drones live in person?
Not
Have you
in
ever been
person.
there? I would love to be there and to hear the drones flying and to see how it's set up. Back in May, the skies above the Chinese city of Xi'an had 1,374 drones in the air simultaneously, which was actually a new Guinness World Record for most unmanned aerial vehicles airborne simultaneously. And I have a little bit of video of that. It's just beautiful, and I wanted to share it with everyone. Do you recognize those drones? I don't think I've ever seen those before.
I have seen them before, but
It
I've
kind of
seen
looks
that.
like that Mio one. Do you remember that Mio? All
Yeah.
it did was follow you. You just throw it in the air and it would take off. Looks a lot like that.
Yeah.
and I've seen quite a few with the downward facing props. So
Dang, that's cool.
Isn't it?
Is that the same ones they use in the States, or is it a different drone?
the ones in the States are the Intel drones, and those are light years ahead of these.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
The computer algorithm that's sorting all that out, I just can't even.
Yeah, and none of them hit each other and fall out of
know.
the sky. And now they're like pixels for a giant television in the sky. They can even do video. Look at that.
That's so freaking cool.
Oh yeah.
Golly. I'm looking forward to the 4th this year.
Yeah. When are we gonna have? And of course, they got the Guinness World Record. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. When do you think? I guess larger cities will have displays with
I would think
drones.
that's coming pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, this last July 4th, several of the cities that were in areas that had been decimated by the forest fires and the breeze fires in California and stuff, they used drone shows instead of fireworks for their presentations for this last 4th of July. So it is something that is out there. There are companies that market to them.
That's
By the way,
cool.
something has been bothering me. If you just give me a second. Is it straight now?
Yeah. Looks much. No.
Meh. All right. So, all right. One more piece of video. We were going to show this last week, but we got too busy. Jeff thinks it's
Okay.
real. I know it's fake. I can prove it's fake. Jeff,
All
you
right,
want to give a
so,
little
yeah.
background on this?
Digging through the news, flying through the stuff, I come across a video of a helicopter near miss with a drone, and the drone passes through the blade.
Fake.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
but the helicopter in question is a tri-bladed helicopter that is a Russian model that has a very slow blade rate.
Whatever.
So there is
Blah
a
blah. Let's just you judge for yourself. Here it is.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. And I slowed it down so you can see. Here it comes. And we're going to go right through the blades. You can tell it's keyed out. It's chroma key. It's clearly a chroma key. And now I went back and you can see
do it again.
the path. Here, look. Backwards and forwards fast. You see how no helicopter moves like that. No real life helicopter.
Play it through. Can you play it through?
Yes. Yeah. Here,
Okay.
here you go. One more time. I think this is
Yes.
this is a real
I think
real
it's
speed.
fake, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah. Tell me why,
I'll tell
and
you
then
why.
I'll show you why. Hold on. Where is it? Right. Hold on. Right there. You see that little
wouldn't look
artifact?
real.
You see that little artifact? That little dot? You can't see my mouse, but on the right, next to the horizontal fin there, it looks like it's in the road. It's a little black dot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
that little black dot is the wheel, the landing wheel.
What?
Isn't that what that is?
No, man. Hold on.
Okay, well, that's not why I
Hold
think
on. Hold on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Do you see that black dot?
Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be there?
No, that's an artifact from the chroma key. Anyway, fake.
That's not why I think it's fake. I think it's fake because have you ever looked at a fan and a progressive sensor, progressive scan sensor? They're warped.
Yeah.
They're warped like this, and they do it all the way around the blade.
Right. Let's see. Mark Rogers says, look at the windshield. Brundle buggy, so fake. John Thurgood, so fake.
You're outnumbered, Jeff.
Oh, no, that's fine. I don't mind being outnumbered.
Do you think it's real for real, Jeff?
When I first saw it and was reading a lot of the comments that had been posted on this specific YouTube video, there was a definitive argument going back and forth as to whether it was real or fake. And the people that were claiming that it was real, they had some valid points, but obviously it just comes down to frame by frame analysis, and we only get the very best stuff from Ken.
That's right. That's right.
That is a very good point.
So
you heard it here, guys.
Gotta bring in Cliff Totten, and we're running out of time because Kelly from Ready Set Drone is going to join us here in just a minute. I want to remind everybody to please go and check out our DJI Wiki page that Jeff he toils over it. He toils. He's a toiler. He toils over that thing, man. And there's a lot of great stuff on there that we didn't have time to mention today, and there's links and all kinds of stuff. Isn't that right, Jeff?
Absolutely. I highly recommend going out there because a lot of stuff that doesn't make it to what we present on the show is out there that is still exceptionally interesting and very useful. We even have a self-help section out there. If I find anything that I think is beneficial to training or learning, I always try to include that. And
remember to go there, because if you don't, then of course the drone police will get you. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Jeff sent me this picture. What is the deal? It says FAA on it. It's got lights. What is
No. This is a guy that actually went and took his vehicle and dolled it up as a UAS operations vehicle, and on the side of it, it has the FAA symbol. But if you look at the I've sent a blown up picture of the emblem. It's basically saying that he is a licensed FAA drone pilot.
Oh.
Yeah. This is his droning vehicle.
Okay. Oh, I'm sure you put the lights on, and I'm sure you can get in some places that otherwise you wouldn't, like with an RX-8 maybe.
That's it.
Thank you so much, Jeff. And now I'm going to have to go ahead and what is it? What is it, Jeff? What?
I want to give one special shout out and thanks to I Am Wedge, Chris, Ken for assisting in providing us 4 brand new motors for the Ken Bird.
Oh, that's awesome.
Scott Carpenter, not only did he give me the LiPo bags, but he also sent me a second battery. So now we have 2.
Yes, check out Jeff's channel and subscribe, and he's got some updates on his restoration project of the crashed drone. By the way, Zeppy says that helicopter is as real as pigeon jerky. Scott Polly, thank you so much. Trade you this $10 super chat for the Energen. The Energen. Oh yes. Maybe he's talking about this. Yeah. I'm giving this away. I'm not announcing. If you're here because you're looking for me to announce the winner of this, not this week. That's next week. So buy about 100 people. But I am going to announce the winner for the Polar Pro clamp for your Mavic Pro.
I thought that was a hacksaw for a second.
No, I guess you could saw with it. So Jeff, I'm going to go ahead and seamlessly say goodbye to you. Thank you, sir.
And bye.
And bye. Okay, so Jeff's gone. Now I go back.
Just us.
It's just us.
That's how I
I
like
do
it.
that. Yeah, just like that.